Good evening. My complete name is Naim Abdur Rauf. Can you say that? You cannot say that? Well, if you cannot say Naim Abdur Rauf, then you may call me Baba Rauf. Say Baba Rauf. Baba Rauf. Now, the word Baba is a title. Baba, in the Yoruba language and some other African languages, means very respected man. Any man, any male that you respect who gives you knowledge and wisdom through life, your mentor, like your father, your grandfather, your male teacher, your male minister, or any man that gives you knowledge and wisdom out of honor and respect for what he's given you to help you through life, you give him the title Baba. Now also, if it was a woman that you respected, that gives you knowledge and wisdom, like your mother, your grandmother, your female teacher, your female minister, or any woman that gives you knowledge and wisdom and help you through life, you give her the title Umi. Say Umi. Umi. But if she's real important, you know, a lot of times we hear about the wise old man, but in Africa, you have the wise woman called the Queen Mother, and you would call her Let me hear you say But since I'm a man, you can call me Baba. Baba Rauf. But if you cannot say Baba Rauf, then you may call me Naim Abdur Rauf. Well, I come here today to share with you some African stories, some African music, a little bit about African culture, but basically have some fun today. So would you like to have some fun with me today? Yeah. Would you really like to have some fun with Baba Rauf today? Yeah. Would you really, really like to have some fun with Baba Rauf when the library brought you here, Southfield Library, and the council brought me here and to speak to you? Would you like to have some fun with us today? Yeah. Well, let's go. I see some say, it sounds so funny, but you know what I tell people sometimes, especially our own African-American youth? Sometimes the music you hear and the songs I sing may sound very funny. But remember this, if the Africans didn't sing the way I sing or play the way I play, Johnny Gill could not say, ma, 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 ma. That's the African part of African American. We know about the American part. What about the African part? What does Africans contribute to our American culture? Oh, it contributes a whole lot. Our style of clothes, how we like the things we like, the way we walk, the music we listen to, the way we act. It's very closely African. It's our African origin. Because I know sometimes I walk down the street and some people see me and say, oh, there goes the Ooga Booga Man, Ooga Booga Booga Man, Ooga Booga Booga Man. Oh, but you know you're laughing at yourself. Because this is what your ancestors wear. This is what your cousins wear. As a matter of fact, you see this outfit? This is a cool African outfit. You know why it's cool? Well, one thing, this is called a grand booba. Say grand booba. Grand booba. This is a three-piece suit. Yes. See, underneath this, you have the African pants and the African top. This is quite chic. But you know, in Africa, it's very hot, and you see it's open on both sides. And when the African man walks down the street, he walks like this. You know why he walks like this? Because he's cool. You know why he's cool? Because in Africa, it is very hot. And sometimes there are no breezes at all. So when you walk like this, air comes inside the booba, goes around your body, and you say, ah, I'm cool, baby. Which is, so you're cool for real. You're not just a cool attitude, you're cool physically. And so therefore, when you're cool physically, you have a cool attitude. So, the clothes that African people wear and designs they have utilitarian purposes. Say utilitarian. It means it serves a purpose. The designs, the way it's made, serves a purpose. They don't wear these clothes because they want to be an African clown. Oh, African clown, oh. No. Later on, I'll show you some more things of Africa. And it's very interesting to learn. Because my teacher, one of my teachers, my drum teacher, his name was Morcham. He was from Senegal. He told me, when you learn about your culture, it helps you understand yourself better, but also you start learning about other people's culture, and we all will get along better. So I didn't come here today to give you lectures and things, but to have some fun. So let's have some fun today. Are you ready for me to have some fun today? Yeah. Are you ready for you to have some fun today? Yeah. Well, let's go. Now, first thing, we have to learn how to say hello. In Africa, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of languages in Africa. In my travels of Africa, I found out that the African peoples do not like to be called tribes because there are African nations and peoples. Before the colonial times, they had their own nations, their own culture, languages, their own religion. So even though today you might see the countries on the map, those are artificial boundaries. But they have thousands of languages, so there are many ways to say hello. So one day, a boy and a girl came up to me and say, Baba Rauf, how do you say hi in African? Well, I said, there are many ways, but maybe I'll teach a few of them to you today. Let's say we visit a country in West Africa called Senegal. Say Senegal. Senegal. Now the way, in Senegal, there are some people there called the Wolof. Say Wolof people. Wolof. Now the way the Wolof people say hello, they would say Nanga Def. Let me hear you say Nanga Def. Nanga Def. And when someone says Nanga Def to you, you would reply by saying Manga Firek. Manga Firek. So I would say Nanga Def, and you reply Manga Firek. Nanga Def. Very good. Now let's say we travel a little further south, but still in West Africa. We come to the country, let's say Nigeria. Say Nigeria. Nigeria. In the northern part of Nigeria, there are some people who live there called the Hausa. Say Hausa. Hausa. Now the way you would say hello in Hausa, you would say Ya ya de. Ya ya de. Now the Hausa people believe this. When you wake up in the morning and you're tired and sleepy, you don't have yourself together, you can't really wake up, a person should come to you with a greeting that wake you up through the day. So we would say it with vigor, with energy. Say, ya ya day, to wake me up. Ya ya day. All right, and when I'm awoke, I would say return, Kano ilafia. Let me hear you say, Kano ilafia. Very good. So I would say ya ya day, and you would reply, Kano ilafia. Ya ya day. Ya ya day. Very good, very good. Now let's say we travel all the way across Africa to East Africa, to the countries of Kenya and Tanzania. Say Kenya. Kenya. Say Tanzania. Tanzania. The language they speak there is called Swahili. Say Swahili. Swahili. Now let me see the hands of those who are familiar with Kwanzaa celebration. Anyone familiar with Kwanzaa celebration? Yes. Now the words of the Kwanzaa are Swahili words. Kwanzaa means first fruits. Then Guzu Saba means the 7 days, and you have different names of different days. But all those words of Kwanzaa are Swahili from East Africa. And the way you would say hello in Swahili, you would say Habari Gani. Say Habari Gani. Habari Gani. Now Habari Gani really doesn't mean hello. It means what is the news? What's going on? Or like when Martin would say, what's up? So what you would say in return is Jumbo. 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 So I would say Habari Gani, and you would reply Jumbo. Habari Gani. Jumbo. Very good. Now, several hundreds of years ago, the African merchant would travel around Africa selling all their goods and wares. They would sell spices and beads and jewelry and cloth and materials, all types of things. But you know, it is very hard to sail in a place you do not know how to say hello. And there are thousands of languages in Africa. And even though the average African boy and girl knows 7 different languages, they still do not know how to speak 1,000 languages. So the African people developed a universal African greeting. This is a greeting that they understand all over Africa. North Africa, South Africa, East Africa, West Africa, in the Middle Africa. They all understand this greeting. Now really they borrowed this greeting from some of the Arabs they met in East Africa and North Africa, but they adopted it and they Africanized it. Say Africanized. This is the way when the Africans took something, they borrowed something, but they adapted it to themselves and they made it in their own culture and became their own. Now some of you may have heard this greetings before because some of our rap artists, they use it in their records. This greeting is Assalamu alaikum. Say Assalamu alaikum. And we say it fast. Assalamu alaikum. Now, when someone says assalamu alaikum to you, you reply by saying wa alaikum salam. Say wa alaikum salam. Now, when I translate this in English, how the Africans use it, I have to get myself together first. So y'all bear with me while I prepare myself to give you this translation. Let me get some little bit of water here. Okay, I think I'm ready here. Now, this is the complete English translation of how the Africans say assalamu alaikum. May peace and blessings be upon you and your mother and your father and your brothers and sisters, aunts, uncles, nieces, cousins, grandmas, grandfathers, people see next door, people see down the street, people meet in church and school, the dogs, the cats, the birds, the bees, stars, the sky, lions, tigers, the giraffe, the moon, rock, where they may live. May they all be peaceful and happy. Now, isn't that a good way to say hello? Now, like I mentioned to you before, when someone says assalamu alaikum to you, you reply by saying wa alaikum salam. And do you want to know the English translation of that too? Yes. Yes. Excuse me for a minute. Okay. And upon you too. May you also be peaceful and happy, and your mother and your father, brothers and sisters, aunts, uncles, nieces, cousins, grandmas, grandfathers, people you see next door, people you see down the street, people who meet in church and school, dogs and cats, birds, the bees, stars, the sky, lions, tigers, the giraffe, the moon, rock, where they live. May they all be peaceful and happy too. Basically saying, may peace and blessings be upon you and your family and everybody you meet, and all situations you come across, may they all be peaceful and happy. And your reply will be the same thing. And for you also, may you be peaceful and happy in your family and all the people you meet, and all situations you come across, may they all be peaceful and happy too. I just like to stretch it out a little bit. So, if I say to you, assalamu alaikum, what would you say in return? I don't know what that means, you know. So the Africans, you know what the Africans say? The best way to learn real fast is to sing. So would you like to sing with me today? Yes. Would you really like to sing with me today? Yes. Well, let's go. Let me tune this up a little bit here. Yes. Now, first I would say, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and then you would say, wa alaikum salam. Try it. Wa alaikum salam. A little bit louder. Wa alaikum salam. Good. So once again, I will say, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and you will say, wa alaikum salam. So are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready, 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 ready? Yeah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Wa alaikum salam. 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 Assalamu alaikum.